Hey everyone, my name is Nick, and this is Sonic Rafa. This build answers the question, how fast can Rafa go? It's excellent at both mobbing and bossing, and I believe it's the fastest farming build in the game. And I know that's a big claim to make, but watch this speed right here. I want to show you how quick it is to get from the Encore sign, kill the boss, and back to the Encore sign. This is admittedly not my cleanest run. I missed some shots, and it's just not very clean, but it's very, very fast with the movement speed you get. Like, just look at this speed right here. And if there's a faster build, I'm all ears. I want to see it. Right there. That was 44 seconds from Encore sign back to Encore sign. The speed can still be improved. I'm not a speed runner. I missed some shots. I don't have move speed on my rep kit. There's still plenty of ways you could improve the speed here. There's also a bug right now which actually scales your damage throughout your time in a play session, which I'll explain later on in the video. I'll have timestamps and chapters on the video so you guys can hop around, and if you made it this far, drop a zoom in the comments below. But for now, let's get into the build. Alright, here's our red tree. We are running Peacebreaker Cannon as our action skill, and with no capstone, we are using Instinto. We've got 5 here for increased gun damage, we've got 5 here in Deft Hands for increased fire rate, and then we've got 5 in Huerga. Whenever we critically hit an enemy, action skill duration is restored. It does have a cooldown, but between this and this, we basically have infinite action skill. The blue tree is where the most of our points are. We've got 29 points in the blue tree. We've got 5 here for the regenerating ammo. This basically means we never run out of ammo. We've got 5 here in the thrill for increased fire rate. We have 4 from the class mod, which is insane, and it's also boosted by our overdrive bonuses being boosted from the point right here in Soltado, and also the point here in Jock. So it's just absolutely insane. Right here we have 5 in El Centro. The gun handling is really nice in this build. It helps the shotgun stay down and kind of shoot like a laser. I didn't see any of these others that I thought would be incredibly useful. I never saw a use for this. It might seem good on paper in the build, but you just really don't need it. It would be a wasted point. And then down here, we've got Jock, like I just mentioned. Basically, it gives us increased overdrive bonuses, which are already insane. I've got 5 here in La Garza. This might seem weird, but it gives you increased gun handling and action skill handling. The action skill handling doesn't really matter to me. The gun handling is a necessity. This is a necessary skill for the build. If you want to try it out, take these off and go shoot that shotgun, and then you'll be putting your points right back in, because it is a beast to handle without it. I've got 4 in Deadline here too as well. We're getting more increased fire rate. And we've got 5 into the movement speed buff in the green tree, which again, overdrive skill, will get increased bonuses. And we also already get more movement speed from overdrive itself. This is our main gun right here, the potato thrower with the radiation roll. This thing is absolutely insane. I'm just kidding. It's the Golden God with a dataless licensed SMG ammo. You can also use the assault rifle ammo or the pistol. This is the best one that I've had, so this is the one that I'm using. You get this from Idolater Soul, and it can be a pain to farm, so if you get an assault rifle or pistol, I just recommend using that, unless you want to just farm him some more. This works with the Rage. When it overheats, it doesn't break like normal COV weapons, it just consumes more ammo. We have a ton of ammo regen, so we basically never run out of ammo. This is pairing up with this. On the top, their duct tape COV licensed magazines have a 100% chance to deal critical damage while overheating. So basically, this thing just keeps wound up, keeps shooting, and once it's wound up and overheating, we're constantly doing critical damage. I did want to show something really quick. I'm going to get it wound up here. I do have sound effects turned off, so you can see it. We're doing about 29k on crits, and if you go up to the head, we're hitting 40ish. So, and this is without action skill, by the way, so that damage is not maxed out at all. But basically I wanted to show you need to hit critical spots if you can. Even though you're dealing 100% critical damage, it still does get a multiplier from the actual critical spot on the enemy. The other crucial piece to this build is the Dancer class mod. It increases our overdrive bonuses by 100%. The other crucial piece is that 1 point here on the red tree. right into Soldado. So we need to have this increase into Soldado. It gives us so many bonuses. We need to have that on the Dancer class mod. I did get lucky with the +4. That is the fire rate skill that we have 9 of 5 out of. And the ideal roll at the bottom there would probably be shotgun damage. As far as I know, shotgun damage or SMG damage, if it's a specific gun type of damage, it is multiplicative and not additive like the kinetic damage. So that would be an absolutely insane buff. I don't feel like grinding dancers for days, so this one's good enough. For our rep kit, we've got the triple bypass. You can get this from Backhive and the Dissected Plateau Auger Mine. This has 3 charges with a 30% chance to replenish on kill, which is super nice. The fire rate is fun, movement speed is fun. The best one would be the action skill cooldown rate. It would be a huge buff to me farming bosses over and over, so I don't have to hit the med machine every time, because this does not quite fill us up with the Now with Caffeine mod or specialization here. Doesn't quite keep it going the whole time, so having to stop at the med station is kind of a pain. For the ordnance, just use your favorite grenade or heavy or whatever you want. I don't really use it at all. I haven't found one that would really be useful, so just throw on your favorite. For our shield, we are using the Super Soldier. This is the best one for bossing, absolutely. I just keep it on all the time because I'm lazy. You can definitely switch off when you're just doing mobbing to the Fireworks Shield. Here, the one that shoots missiles, you get that from Splash Zone pretty early on. Either one is good. Definitely get yourself a Super Soldier from Vile Lictor for bossing at least, because you get that increased fire rate, movement speed, ammo regen is nice. And for the enhancement, we have these Quicksilver that I mentioned earlier. The crucial thing here is duct tape. You can get that on purple mods and blue mods, so just make sure you have that. The smelter mod is obviously incredible with this build, but it's not necessary. It really comes online with that top one, so make sure you get one with duct tape. For our firmware, we've got 3 into Deadeye. This gives us 100% crit damage basically all the time, which is incredible for this build. And I've got 1 into Bullets to Spare for a little bit of increased fire rate. I would probably put 1 more point into High Caliber, which gives you 25% increased projectile speed. That can actually be really good for this build if you're shooting from a little bit of a distance. You can get it really, really close to basically hitting them right when you fire. And for the specializations, I've got Now with Caffeine. This is a no-brainer with the rep kit. It's got the 3 uses. We can get it down to 75%. Helps out a lot. We've got In the Zone. While aiming, you get increased crit damage and gun damage. This is really nice when you're fighting a boss. Riddle You This. This just gives us another flat increase on gun damage for every hit. And then I've got Bullet Train. This is actually really nice with how fast we're moving. You can basically zoom around while you're shooting. It makes it a lot of fun. And then I've been dumping my extra points into Brute. You could probably do Killer as well. I'm just buffing up the gun damage that we're getting. I did want to mention the bug that I spoke about earlier on in the video. Basically, there's some kind of bug between Rafa and the Golden God shotgun, I believe, where the longer you're in a session, the more damage you do. I posted a short about it, but the breakdown is basically, I was doing 7,900 to 29,000 on the dummy here in the video. This is basically just shooting it. It's hitting for about 7,900 to 29,000. And then I waited about 30 minutes. I was doing other things in the session. I was farming some bosses, killing some stuff. Came back and I was hitting for hundreds of thousands of damage. So there's some kind of bug. I did actually report it on the 2K support forums, emailed them with a ticket. But basically, the longer you're in a session and the longer you're farming, the more damage you're going to do. So go farm yourself up a Golden God shotgun and a duct tape enhancement and go to town with this build. I am a new creator, so liking and subscribing goes a really long way for me. I hope you guys enjoy. Take care. Have a good day.